Light you on fire. Light everybody on fire as much as possible. Ooh, Potion of Invisibility is back. Well, in that case, I think I'll get rid of Potions of Attraction. You know, that's interesting. Potions of Attraction with Irradiate is a bit of a cool combo, eh? Interesting at the very least. Also, Ring of Ice. I should definitely take that off. We have the potential to run into salamanders down here, and that's been sitting around for too long. I'd rather have the extra AC. And hello, friend. Exactly who I wanted to see. Pretty good odds of putting us to sleep. Absolutely just fantastic, not at all scary. It is affected by silence though, so let's combo you. I want to bring in my own Azul, then Foul Floods you. I think that works out pretty well. We might as well launch out all the heavy guns while Azul is silenced, try and take advantage of that. Is it worth channeling magic? Yeah, let's channel magic, just to be exceptionally safe here, shall we? There we go. Managed to take out Azul. Perfect. Hopefully we don't find too many scary uniques throughout the course of this branch here, as we will need to recharge those items, of course, as one is wont to do. But it's still not too bad. Azul is not very scary compared to the others of her kind, not until she got sleep. Right, yeah, for the longest time, as long as you had poison resistance, you were absolutely golden, a-okay. That's sleep. Specifically on characters like this too, where you're just constantly struggling against willpower-based attacks. Definitely comes a whole nother beast. Let's just walk right up to Salamander and irradiate them to heck. It's our only non-elemental spell right now, so could maybe look to improve a little bit in that regard. We could learn Stone Arrow. I think we figured that. Yeah, we did learn that at some point. I feel a little bit mad about that. Not great, at least. Summon allies around is a big one. Yeah. Definitely, I've had my fair share of that being used against me. As mentioned, that is, in fact, how Frank himself died, our last attempt at this exact combo. Gosh darn Guardian Serpents. But if we're able to use that on our own here, I definitely enjoy, especially against someone like Azul who has that sleep spell. It can be super handy to bring in a bunch of allies so that there's somebody to keep her busy, even if you get sent off the deep end into a bit of a slumber. But so far, not horrible. I'm going to very much choose my words carefully, make sure we don't get overconfident, even to the slightest degree. Not even an nth of confidence is going to be shining through. Instead, we'll just say that it's been not bad. That's about as good as we can hope for, really. Especially just for starting out in Snake Pit 1. We'll see how the rest continues on from here, of course. Though maybe, just maybe, we'll have statue form up in just a wee bit here. Try and use that to make ourselves a bit more defensible. Let's bring our salamander friend upstairs. Never mind, let us instead just irradiate everybody. That works for me too. Can even hang around the stairs here just in case people heard the noise. Might have been worth it. This is a wide open level, which I like and don't like. I mean, we are ranged characters, so we are able to take advantage of the wide open spaces, especially as a fire elementalist. It can be nice in its own regard, or in its own right, really. But I've learned to fear Snake. And fear is the mind killer, so gotta be aware. We'll keep it moving here through Snake 2. I mean, wonder how close we are on recharges here. Both are still inert. It's nice and easy to see with the File Floods its status, but the Phantom Mirror, I mean, there probably is a bit of a method to the madness of the icon, but I'm never paying close enough attention to see what the difference is between an inert and a used Phantom Mirror. Is it the, like, gray scaling on the mirror face, or is that always there? I feel like that's always there. Oh, there's like a little gem at the top, maybe? Does that become infused in some sense when it loses its inert status? Don't know how anything works in life. But ran away from the Guardian Serpent just to find out that it didn't really matter anyway. Only had one friend to encircle us with at the time. Anywho. Which is a lot better than the last time we ran into your kind, so I will gladly accept that. Jeez Louise. Oh, Nicola. Hello. Hello, my friend. Okay. So we don't have silence up, which is too bad. We could use a scroll of silence, but that's not great for us. I think Nicola still beats us just in a 1v1 fisticuffs. 189 health. Too much, friend. Just too much. And lightning bolt is full ranged. Chain lightning. It is unlimited range. But it does get weaker when we're far away like this. So maybe, just maybe. Oh, especially with the blink. Never mind. We can definitely get the heck out of here. Just hightail it. What do we wish to do about that? Now I almost desperately wish that we hadn't cleared through Orbs, because we could have used it as a bit of a refueling station for our File of Floods. Lightning has very wide swings in power, pretty scary. Yeah, and that chain lightning ability, ever since the 0.27 update, absolute player killer. Having resistance to electricity, not even close to good enough. You gotta have a plan going forward there. Hum-de-dum. So I would like a File of Floods. How feasible is that? We could head down to Lair 6, see if we can't clear our way through some of the weaklings there, give us some experience necessary. Sounds kind of nice, right? Hopefully we get the File of Floods online, and then we should be able to take on Nicola without too much ado about nothing. Get out of here, you sons of guns. We knew that this floor had a whole lot of large packs of animals. Bit of a group gathering, as it were. Oh my gosh, how are you all doing so well in surviving that? I feel like Sticky Flame just absolutely destroys some much stronger monsters than you, but it is what it is, I guess. And an Ice Dragon. Switch over to our Ring of Ice. Still hits like a bit of a truck. But hey, we do deal fire damage ourselves, so not much to complain about there, and Irradiate is just too powerful. Through and through. Okie dokie. Fun stuff. Very scary. Nothing ever goes according to plan, of course, so it's to be expected, to say the very least. Probably take on these wolves for the most part here, especially if we let them surround us. And then we can irradiate them. Very solid. In fact, move so nice, we'll do it twice. Did I say twice? I of course meant 3 times. Everyone knows that you use it 3 times. Of course, of course. Then we'll just bring this one last elephant friend upstairs, run away for a wee bit before lighting them on fire, like you do. And finish them off there. Perfect. All according to plan. Everything in its place. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And found a different stairwell down, but we should be okay here as well. Let them surround us for their radiate stacks. Absolutely wonderful. Need to be cautious I don't cast it too much. Don't want to give ourselves any horrible mutations by accident. But we're good. There's no way we'd be that foolish. We're not idiots or anything. Only some of the time. So we'll heal up. Head back down. One last time. Hopefully, we can recharge the File of Floods any day now. It would be sweet. Ooh, we did add Spellforge Servitor and Orb of Destruction to our library. So that's pretty awesome. Definitely two spells that I was at the very least interested in, if not even more serious about. And perfect. What? Can just use some good old foxfires against these basic enemies. It's been a while since we were able to do so. Nice to reach back into our pocket to those level 1 spells. Feels so good. Feels so nice. And then we just light all these dogs on fire. I'm so sorry, wolves. The young child version of me is very upset with myself right now. Wolves were by far my favorite animal. Still are in many regards, but had a stuffed animal that I very creatively named Wolfie and was my absolute favorite. Lost a little bit of favoritism in my books after attempting to wash it because it lost all of its fuzz. It had like really soft fur, or rather it gained old fuzz because it had very soft long fur, and then after going through a hot dry cycle, all kind of burnt up into little nubs that were very abrasive on your hands. Poor Wolfie. Poor Wolfie. But okie dokie, how can I deal with you, friend? Too far away. Fun fact, Nethack are living and you can vamp drain them. Right? The name is a little bit of a misdirection. Still technically alive. It's instead meant to be an allusion to what they're going to do to you than any state that they currently find themselves in, I'm sure. You absolute fool. Never mind, even paralyzed, I can't kill you. Run, run. That's fine. We can run away until, at the very least, I want to get most of my magic back, so we can just stick some flame to them, maybe shoot off a couple magna bolts here and there, take care of them in a bit more of a jiffy. Yeah, those polar bears are doing better than I expected. Surviving through an entire sticky flame? Oh me, oh my. You wonder if Nethack would take holy damage? I don't believe they do take extra damage from holy. Even though, again, name wouldn't let you know on its own. And I think, in a similar vein, because the death is referring to their actions and not their makeup as an individual, it's a very subtle but important distinction, I guess, when it comes to the denizens of the dungeon. Hello, my Catoplebus pal. But red glowing eyes. Oh, you're right about that. I didn't even think about it. Red glowing eyes does equal evil. We all know this to be true. How could I have been so wrong? Also, there must be an ice statue in the middle of there, right? Shaper, you think it's short for Yak, bringer of death? Exactly, yeah, it's a methodology, not a makeup, not an identity. Simply the way that they function in life and what they do to you. But again, the red glowing eyes is an important piece of information that I feel like I was neglecting. We've all seen Cujo, which is a lie. I don't think I've actually seen Cujo, but it's one of those references that enough people have talked about and has been enough of an icon in the zeitgeist of society that I feel like I've seen it. I can at least make references with the best of them. It's like dire wolves, you put the word in front of the animal, makes it tougher. Again, you got the spirit of things, very much not wrong. Oh, some more Nethack friends. Oh, bother. Well. I mean, Conjure Flame, I don't even know if there's a point to that against you. Is there? Guess maybe? Apparently it does stop you in your tracks, so kind of speaking out of my rear when I hated it. There we go. Stick some flame on you. roast them till they're done. That's how you make some really good dungeon mutton. Nethack, you know, they have such a tender quality to their meat. Good mix of fat and muscle. Mwah. Perfect for shish kebabbing over an open dungeon flame. Enchant weapon will leave behind the Amulet of Joacloin. Loses the ability to teleport and gives us rampage. That sounds like two different ways for me to get myself killed. So I'm gonna say no to that one. I think that's a safe bet. We do, of course, have our File of Floods back online at some point throughout our journey here, so that is likely something that we can try and go back to Nicola and take on the Mad Wizard themselves. And perfect. Finish off the floor here. Just chug a quick potion of flight. Run over here. Ring of Wizardry. I may not have that, but better already on my finger, so we'll leave that alone. Potions of mutation identified. Not horrible. Not exactly what we're looking for. And let us go to Snake 1, shall we? Oops. First, let's go upstairs here. Then we'll go to Snake 1, shall we? Perfect. And it is just Snake 2 where we ran into some trouble. That's good to know. Okie dokie. Should be in a spot now. Should be okay. Where are you at, Nicola? Still somewhere down here? I'm guessing still somewhere down here. Ah, hello, sir. Well, let's start with Phantom Mirror. You son of a gun. Don't arc at me. This is showing as going through our own Nicola. Is that true? Is that right? I don't really want to fire it off and have it not work as intended. Ah, there we go. If you blink. Perfect. That's much better. Now we silence you. And we gang up. You son of a gun. Unavoidable damage with Fireball here, and we do manage to kill Nicola just at the end of our magic reserves. Oh me oh my. Not exactly the ideal situation we'd want to find ourselves in, but hey, it worked. So that's awesome. Do I play any other classic roguelikes or just DCSS? In general, Cactus, I usually play DCSS. At least it's the only one that has kind of stayed consistent throughout my years of dabbling here and there, but there are a few other ones that I've at least tried out in the past. Things like the classic ones like ADOM, Tales of Maj Isle, I think I played for a little bit. Lots of different ones here and there. I probably can't even come close to naming them, and I would feel horrible about leaving anyone off. The more comprehensive the list gets, the worse it feels to have forgotten one. So I'll limit my list to that for now, but in general, I'd say that Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup is the one game that has really managed to maintain my interest and keep me coming back. In terms of this style of classic roguelike, at the very least. Those sharpshooters hurt. This is where that limited range is coming back to bite us a wee bit. Definitely struggling with hitting targets that are that far away. All of our skills are definitely popping up there, so let's take another peek in at our casting chances. Statue form down to 12%. That's actually very much good enough for me. And ignition, 26%. It's getting there. Don't you siphon with Sif? You don't play Sif very often. For siphoning, what do you mean by that? For stealing magic off of enemies? I don't believe so. We can take a quick look here. We can channel magic, which might be what you're thinking of, but unfortunately no siphoning. I know Vehement does give like the mana regen or mana returns on kills, but the channel is what you're talking about. Okay, then yes, you got it. Yeah, it has the I think it returns somewhere like 3 to 5 mana or magic points per turn, and then its duration is based on invocations, and that's the only thing that you can increase. Something like that at the very least. Okay, I think I have to just step next to both of you and use Irradiate. Slightly more effective. Stop constricting me. Stop touching me and all that good stuff. Perfect. Oh me oh my. It's gonna be a rough one. Oh, hold up. We were just talking about statue form. Let's be smart about things here, shall we? Statue form. Learn this. We have exactly enough spell levels. Seems like it was meant to be. And then, can even check real quick for our macros. I think, okay, AF was our 0. It was made that for the Palantonga roll. I think I'm going to change this one to redefine. And I want it to be, let's go Z, capital Z. Something like that. That gives us a nice slot to put a spell in that we want to be able to cast every once in a while. In this case, statue form is going to be made capital Z, and then can definitely try and pop that bad boy on in our future encounters here. Does right, makes us slow, got to keep that in mind. Let's in fact stay on this side of the Black Mamba so that we're not taking pot shots the entire way. You gosh darn sharpshooters. Even in my statue form, it kind of hurt, hey? We also don't gain quite as much armor class as I was hoping, just due to the fact that we have half-decent armor class for a caster without it. 21, eh? I mean, we're casting statue form. It does mean, oh, that our armor gets melded in. So where does that bring us on casting other things? Comes my question. Like ignition, down to 13%. Interesting. What are the effects of statue form? So, most namely, in terms of benefits, they give you a huge increase in health. I should know it off the top of my head, but I think it's somewhere like a 30% increase, 30-40% increase in your health total, which is awesome, especially for certain characters like Felix. Statue form is a must. On top of that, it also gives you a really nice boost to your armor class, turning your body into stone. Unfortunately, the two downsides of it are that they do meld pieces of equipment here, so if you're relying on your gloves, armor, boots for defensive resistances or things like that, you might find yourself a little bit in the lurch. And last of all, it does slow your movement speed down to 1.5 odds for a base, or 15 odds I should say, up from the base of 10 for a human. The effect of statue form, you gain death resistance, essentially. That's the big one. And yeah, the resistances as well that Taya mentioned. RN, Arlec, are poison. And in fact, I think it gives complete immunity to poison, which is nice. Very much like playing on a gargoyle or an undead character, so that can be pretty huge. So yeah, it has really good capabilities just across the board defensively. It's a pretty incredible piece of work. And you sons of guns are just going to hang out way back there at the edge of my range, hey? I don't really want to walk up to you. 72 health. I mean, little foxfires are going to take an eternity, but it does force them to cast portal projectile if they want to shoot at me, because otherwise we got a bunch of bodies in the way. So that's kind of nice. There we go. One of them has come into range. Both of them have. Let's may start fireballing instead. It'd be nice if we could take care of one of them before needing to retreat. Maybe. Okay, that's pretty solid. 71% chance to hit. Of course we miss. Never down in my mind. Well, perfect. We'll pop ourselves back up to full health. Bring out the statue form once more. Even that, like, I guess 13 AC. I was going to give a more general number and then decide to get specific at the last moment. Make myself sound like a fool. But that extra 13 AC is actually a pretty solid deal, all things considered. Oops, no, do not hit ourselves with the bolt of magma. That sounds kind of bad in my books. And this is where Irradiate starts to make its money back. Would have been really nice to have something like Irradiate on our last run, so I'm hoping that's the difference maker here in Snake. Even if we get Encircle blinked, we should be okay. Oh, it's just never over, hey? Asterion is also down here, of course, and this is just our snake pits too. All of our favorite uniques hanging out in one big old party. Can I take you on? I mean, at least you're not necessarily resistant to anything, so that's good. As soon as you haste, I start to become worried. 35 damage plus your Morningstar of draining and Goring for up to 20. That's all in all not too bad with 34 AC. We should be able to handle that. Depending on how we roll, of course. But okie dokie. Even without some of our classic unique solutions in store here, I think I'm okay to start fighting you just a wee bit. Just a little test, a little trial, as it were. Do one more look at the AC and the evasion. Not a whole lot, just a pretty high health pool. So, I'm gonna run to the stairs. I'm gonna initiate statue form. Ooh, right as you haste yourself. We're twinsies, very much opposites. 100% chance to hit, never didn't have it. Then I think Irradiate is still the way to go here. Do I want to start channeling magic early on in the fight? Do I think I'm going to run out and be in dire straits? Even if I run out, we should ideally get Asterion low enough to finish them off with a lightning rod. So let's just irradiate one more time. And that was foolish. So Asterion conjures a destructive force in the name of McLeb, which immediately hits me, explodes, and murders him. Fantastic work, Asterion. I very much approve of your methodology. Also, what was on the floor here? Ooh, magical kite shield. Don't mind if I do. What did you get? Oh, just a +2. It's not incredible, but hey, still kind of nice. Most definitely will want to pick up to using that someday in our future here. Keep training fire magic up for a wee bit here. We want to get ignition as castable as possible. On top of that, I want shields up to 15 pretty soon here. Question is, when do I start training that side of things? Maybe we'll hold off for now. Set the limit, stay within it, and just move on for the time being. And hopefully the rest of Snake is relatively straightforward, at least compared to what we were just put through, you know? It would be pretty swell, to say the least. Hello, my friend. We can light you on fire the old-fashioned way. It's nice not completely relying on statue form for all of our defensive capabilities, like we are at a half decent AC value, just naturally here, so that is pretty sweet, don't get me wrong. Especially since it does make it a lot easier to run away from these fools. Oh dear me. Oh my. Kill just you, and then I leave. Forgot all your friends, but you, I'm saving for last. Probably not truthfully, because I'm gonna kill you as soon as I get the opportunity to, but hey. Gotta give them the one-liners sometimes, but at least make them feel a false sense of security. And hey, that might be last. There's a little bit more down here to explore. Besides, we can always follow it up with the classic, you know when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. It's that easy. For whatever reason, my brain is immediately going to so many pop culture references today. Just been absolutely flooding with just that. But okay, Snake 3. This is where everything changed on our last run. This is where things truly started to swirl their way down the gutter. So, let's see if we don't have something slightly more manageable to work with this time around. Light you both on fire, run away just a wee bit. Perfect. Light you on fire before we run away just a wee bit. Still perfect. In fact, do I want to use this hole to drop someone down? Probably won't be who I want it to be, right? Knowing my luck. Virulence is likely to affect us. If we're in statue form, it won't matter. Let's put statue form on nice and early here, shall we? Magma bolt. Bolt of magma. You know, it's not quite doing it for me. We are almost out of magic here. This doesn't seem like the ideal stairwell to be initializing our fight out of. But we still can IMB even if we use that. So we can pop that son of a gun off. And then maybe get out of here, I guess? No, we have to kill this ritualist, right? Ice Blast. Kill that son of a gun. Then we leave. Perfect. Who needs them anyway? Head over to a new unexplored stairwell here and hopefully have a bit better of a starting position. Already like this for sure. A couple black mambas is not too much to deal with. I should have maybe entered statue form slightly sooner. Oh, that dang old poison. What's the point of poison resistance if it ain't gonna do nothing for you? Pop down, and this time, ooh, I was hoping it would be just the one of you coming. That's a shame. Whatever, fireball, you can all surround me, and we're just gonna irradiate all of y'all anyway. Perfect. Can I pop upstairs? No, I cannot. I was foolish for even trying. I'm sorry, game. How embarrassing. Well, there we go. We can just let the anaconda walk up, I guess, and then irradiate. Try and escape? Not looking great. So, let's IMB these sons of guns. Dang it. The anaconda just walked up and grabbed us again. That's not fair. That's not allowed. So let's start channeling mana. Shove off, please, sir. I said please. I said please. I was very kind about it. Well, that was kind of a waste of energy here. We should have probably just lit you on fire. And then we are slightly contaminated still from our earlier moves, but one more radiate clears out all the constrictors, and then we can just run the heck out of there. I was pretty close to reliving some of our moments on Frank last week. Getting closer than I would like, if I'm being honest with you. But we're a-okay. We're in a good spot. Feeling good. Feeling fantastic even. Ain't no thing. Irradiate is the game changer that we're bringing to the table here today, and hopefully it do be enough. That's the dream anyways. So, I can use a mixture of fire here to try and take these buddies out. Run away once things start to look a little bit dicey, as they did there. And then potentially try and kill a few more buddies on our way out. And this is our plan now. Slowly but surely whittling away, one by one, through Snake. Oh me oh my. Nice if the sharpshooter again would, you know, try to come to us. Like, give 50-50. Relationships are all about compromise. Even if that relationship is antithetical, I guess if we're enemies, still a relationship, right? Of sorts, at least. But okie dokie. Let's take a few steps up just because I wanted to be in range of all these gosh darn fools. In fact, then we can take a step back and appreciate the nice orderly queue that all of our enemies are lining up in. Perfect. Light you on fire to finish it all off. And onwards we go.